Okay guys, what I have here is BMW GS800 Adventure. It's not a new model, it's a very well model already. The difference is now, or not now, in 2014 I believe was launched this model, was a bigger tank. Now it has 24 liters of tank and some more optical changes here in this area. But in common is the same engine, parallel twin. I believe was 85 or 86 horsepower, more than enough for this type of motorcycle. The weight of that motorcycle is 230 kilograms weight. Well, this is what I read somewhere. So optically it's a very nice bike, beautiful bike. A nice tall windshield. I hope it will work well. Suspension is quite good, upside down. Brembo brakes, double disc, great. Plastic handguards, not my first choice, but we'll see. So it comes with the racks for the panniers, very well made. Okay, let's start the engine. Nice sound. The quality of course is good. It's BMW. It's a motorcycle which costs more than 15,000–16,000 euro. It should be good. The basic price was something like 12,500 euros, but it's only the basic price. For anything on the top you have to pay. The seat is really nice design. We'll see how comfortable it is. Okay, let's jump into the action. Let's see what this beast can do. First is Ergonomics. Sweet for me. I'm 185. The handlebar location is nice. I like the position. All the instruments are here, and it has the new indicator switch, not like the old fashioned BMW, one on the left and one on the right. So I really like this. So you can play with the instruments here. From this button we can change suspension from sport to comfort or normal. We'll start with normal now and we'll see how it's going. Yeah, heated grips, very useful. Good. Let's go to see. The engine is a little noisier than I expect. The gear shift is very good. The feeling is okay. The brake pedal is on the right place. Yeah, until now everything is okay. I like the shape of the windshield, all of these different angles, and I hope it will work well on the highway. We're gonna see after a while. So, suspension is a little soft, but we'll see what will be when we change the options. About the weight, when it's moving, it's not noticeable at all. The mirrors are quite good. I would suggest a little bigger, but yeah, you can change it later. The wind protection for the legs is very well designed. I believe with all of these curves here, you will not feel the cold at all, which is very important when you're riding in the cold conditions. The brakes are very good. Of course, it's a BMW. It's very well balanced. Maybe this tank under the seats help a lot. There is one major factor I did not like in BMW, and this is the ability to make do-it-yourself service. The engine is made so complicated, so every time when you need to make something on it, even to change the oil, it's better to go to the service. Maybe it's a good idea somebody to look after your bike, I really understand that, but when we're speaking about adventure motorcycle, that means sometimes you will face the reality and you will break down in the middle of nowhere. And then what? When the engine is so complicated, when everything is so untouchable and everything is designed to go only in the proper service, this is not my idea about adventure bike. But who am I to judge? Otherwise, the motorcycle, it's great. It has some small vibrations, I did not expect it, but it has, and the engine is a little noisier, I already told you. It is with the street tires now, so it's not from the tires. I don't know. We'll see. For 230 kilograms bike, it's not feel like a heavy bike. So it's a very nice to ride it around the city. As I told you, the suspension is a little soft for me, but I'm gonna play with the function now. Okay, now we'll go to the sport. So I hope in the sport will be a little stiffer, or this is what I like, but everybody is different. Yeah, I think it's a little stiffer. Nice performance, nice brakes, good. It's pull really hard, but you need more revs. So over 4,000, it's like a rocket. Before that, it needs to think a little and then start, but in common, it's wonderful. Regarding to the catalog, the engine should use something like no more than 5 liters per 100 kilometers. It is not the type of motorcycle to blast everybody around, but it has more than enough power to do whatever you like to do. Adventure traveling, or city riding, or just commuting, I think will work fine everywhere. I have some concerns only about on off-road riding, but again, it depends from your skills. It is already proved many times that if you have a proper skills, even with the heavier GS1200 Adventure, you can make almost everything. That's why the weight it's not that big problem at the moment. The cons I told you earlier are the not availability to make this do-it-yourself service and the high price. But if you want something quality, of course, the price is a big factor. I think with the suspension change to sports, it's now very close to my requirements. I like this, a little stiffer. But I think it's worked really well. Let's try to comfort now. We'll try to comfort. I like the Sport. Also, it has more functions here, so you can adjust it to road riding, off-road riding, where exactly it was, I cannot tell you now, guys. So regarding to the computer, the average petrol I use until this moment is 4.7 liters per 100 kilometers, which is very good. My 660 Tenere use more than this, but it's a normal. So now we'll go to the highway to see how it performs there. Of course, the performance is excellent. BMW bikes are made to go on the highway. Actually, when this model pick up on the scene, I expect much more. But the reality is that even today, even that, for example, the Africa Twin, it came about 2 years later, and now I can see more Africa Twins on the road instead of these BMWs. I don't know, maybe it was some kind of marketing mistake made by BMW, but even today, even in Germany, the country of the BMWs, even in Berlin, these models are built in Berlin, I cannot see many of these riding around the street. So this should mean something, guys. You made your conclusions. Maybe because of the price it is, you will afford to buy a GS 1200 Adventure. Maybe this is the reason. The Germans are very practical. They never spend money for something if they don't have to. And probably they believe that with the GS 1200 Adventure, they will have a better performance everywhere. I don't think so, but anyway. No, I really believe that this suspension is going to be too soft for off-road riding, even on the Sport. Once again, standing position, and not feels good, but it can be adjusted. It is really stable bike. You don't need to control anything. I think it's designed very well. So I was not fan of this under the seat tanks, but I have to confess now, it's a very good decision. I think this motorcycle is perfectly designed for this type of road. Not exactly for the highway. You can easy U-turn, you don't need more than 3-4 meters. Very good for maneuvers. It's absolutely perfectly balanced. So guys, let's make overview. So I think that this bike, it's a perfect choice for people who want to travel around the world, long distance rides, but they are not focused exactly on the off-road, because I think that for off-road this bike is going to be too heavy. Keep in mind that it's 230 kilograms, and with the petrol in. But when you have your suitcases and little bit more luggage, for example, tank bag, it will be no less than 250-60 kilograms, and which is, I think, far more than what you'll need to ride off-road. But apart of that, it's an excellent bike. I told you earlier, I expect a little bit more from this perfectly designed windscreen. It has some kind of, I don't know, some kind of Transformers shape, but actually it's not that good. Maybe because I'm 185, maybe we'll need a taller screen. I don't know. Everything is designed very well, as we have to expect it from BMW. There are a lot of nice details like this. Look at this GS on the seat, or this red line here, or the red stitches. It's a really well built bike. It's come with some kind of crash protectors here. How strong they are, I really don't know, but I think will be better than nothing. The exhaust, the stock exhaust, it's a big and heavy. The sound is not that impressive. But you can change it later. I believe there will be more than enough aftermarket possibilities. It has these rubber cushions on the pegs. You have to take it out if you want to ride off-road. I really like this here, so you can actually adjust and make your brake pedal higher without you need to make the adjustment here. It's a very good decision. So especially if you're riding off-road, you'll stand most of the time, and this will be very useful. And then when you come to the city ride, for example, you can change it, and then you'll have a lower position. This is a very good decision. I really like this. So I think that's it, guys, and I hope to see you somewhere on the road. Ride safe. Ciao.